What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, we have a bunch of cars running around, but this video isn't about that car, those cars. It's actually about the turbo setup on the hatchback. So as you can see, 4-door, it's already back out there. We do have a hatch here, which somebody's interested in the shell, and I'm almost out with the swap, so as you can see. But we do have a swap for the rally car, which we are going to bring it up here as soon as this one and the other hatch actually get sold and we actually get rid of them. Once we do get rid of them, the Jaguar is actually going to be sold also. But today we're talking about the hatchback. The hatchback is actually back here, ready to rock, which we are doing mock-ups and stuff like that at the moment, just to see how stuff will actually fit. Which we have a log manifold and the turbo right there. We're able to clock it and see how we fit. The lines do not have to move, so that's a good thing. And we'll start working our ways around here. I do have an intercooler that I'm gonna put in the front. Gotta take the bumper off. But I do have the wastegate there. Bunch of intercooler piping, another wastegate, tubes, that flanger, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna use. So with that being said, you guys, we are gonna continue, keep mocking stuff up. I'm not sure if I'm gonna record a lot of it. I probably am, but it's gonna be in pieces. So we are gonna start mocking stuff up. We are gonna start running them. If I could find the actual intercooler that I need, it would be awesome, awesome, you guys. But yeah, let's continue doing this. We have this car, so we have to take apart, but we'll figure that out later. A little later in the afternoon, I am going through parts on the hatchback right now, seeing what stuff I can actually use, extra materials that I just have laying around. Do have a lot of new intercooler piping, which when I was turbo, we actually did swap some parts around and gave some parts in order to get the K-Series trans. So we did not have a turbo anymore, any other parts. So I have been collecting stuff here and there. I do have stuff coming on mail. And I also have this one, which I am going to try to see if we could adapt this one. But the log manifold that I have, it's actually for this type of flange. So as of right now, the log manifold and the turbo are somewhat set in. It's pretty straight with the log manifold. I do have the downpipe right there, but I do have a good amount of clearance here, so that's not hitting. And then the angle, all this is going to be set up here to come this way for the intercooler, because I'm going to try to find an intercooler where I don't have to use so much piping. And I want to see if I could bring both of them through the front, make that wider, have both pipes go through here, have this one actually face downwards going towards intercooler once we actually get the intercooler. Because I do have this one, which belonged to one of my buddies, and it's too small for what I'm trying to run. So with that being said, I'm gonna try to get a bigger one. I do have another friend that does have the one that I need, and I am waiting to get a response on that. But yeah, so some of the piping that I do have here have angles, which I'm pretty sure mocking stuff up here and there, we're able to see what we're able to do. Pretty sure with that 90 that I have there, it's gonna go something like this, and this piping should sit up there like that, and I want to have another pipe go from here like that straight down, Or if I can, I do have a lot of angle ones, but I have this one, which I'm sure you guys get the concept. We could actually we are dropping stuff, but that with the coupler there. So I don't know if you guys see, with the coupler going down, and have another angle, which I do have more here. So let's just get most of these out right now, all these angles, to see what I actually can do and we'll be able to do. So you see, put one of these angles going that way, but cut it to an angle where go this way and into the intercooler if we have the double-sided. Otherwise, we are gonna have to run it through here, back this way, and then here, which is gonna be a waste of piping from my point of view. But yeah, you guys, we do have some stuff here. I'm gonna continue trying to figure out what we do here. So this is the mock-up for the K24A1 turbo setup for the EG hatch. Guys, so a little bit of piping. Gonna mock something up real quick. We are gonna cut a little bit of this side, and then put another angle in order to angle it to how I want it on the turbo setup. I did take the front bumper off, which I'm gonna show you guys right now. So bear with me. We're gonna take this up real quick. Just try to see if we can have something to work off of, just to be able to do something. So this is the top part. We're gonna have bottom side. So this is gonna go. Let's see if we can get it in there. Then I do want to make this turn this way. Ugh. Yeah, this is gonna be a little hard. Let me mock this up, put this on for you guys here, so you guys can see how I want to have it and what we need, and see if I could take this to Brandon, have him weld it close to how I want it, and figure something out after that. So yeah, let's continue. As you guys can see, actually bumpers off, like I said. Gotta mock something up here. I was able to make this, so I want to have it somewhat like this, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna sit a little higher like that with the coupler right there. Or otherwise I could change this whole thing, face it down, have it facing this way, and just have the top facing this one facing down, have the top facing upwards and the housing going down. That way I could just bring the cooler up and it won't be that high. But what I was saying is that if I end up using that one, I have a good way to bring it in through this side and in. I do not have a good way of bringing it in through both sides on this side, which if you guys can see, a lot of it is already taken apart and I can't really get through there. So my next bet will be cut here, cut some of this support off here, and go from there. As you guys can see, we actually have all that going down, coming this way, which basically is gonna tuck down. This should be a little high like that, and it should come straight down this way. And I wanted to turn somewhat like that. Whoa, sorry about that. I wanted to turn somewhat like that this way, or if I can, that's gonna be too much. Gonna need another angle here. So I have a straight here. An angle like that. coming this way, so I will have to cut this one here, make it like around there, tape it up there. Let's continue. So mind you guys, this is just the mock-up. It's not the actual final product, but I am gonna have Brandon wish it up, Steak and Speed Shop Garage, actually go through the piping and see if he could weld it in one piece. So I could just have it one whole piece or a couple of pieces and not be too bad, so where we have to be running so many couplers. Let me show you. So as you guys can see, we do have a couple more couplers on the floor. Intercooler, I do have this set up somewhat towards, if I am running this, I should be able to put it on. Now if I don't run this one, I do want to get the ones that have the double-sided on one side, run it through this side. My setup should be something like this. So we will have a coupler coming from here, going to this one, something like that. This should be pretty close here, but away from the shifters. And that should be pretty high up, where this, if I have to cut it, will go a little bit smaller, shrink it in, get it closer to the body. Having that one in there, and we will have extra spares just in case we do have to add or subtract any intercooler piping. For the second one, for the intake, I am going to have it running off here, straight down, and see if we could get around here and actually cut to bring the pipe out. Otherwise, I'm gonna try to see if we can actually run it through here, straight in, going straight down, comes out through here, same area. So this is an update and the mock-up of the hatch rack. Alright you guys, so we did get some new mail. I do got Phil right here with me, helping me out real quick, but we're gonna see what we actually got and go from there. Just record. So based on what we have on the first box, we have dump tube and some bolts, which that will actually be good for the wastegate, which is this one right here. That's if we end up using this one. But this should go like that, and it should basically face downwards. I'm not gonna hook this one up yet until we actually finish with the turbo setup, but I am gonna hook up the other one. But that's one of the things that we actually have, and another one that we just received also was nice feed line, return line, oil cool lines to begin the turbo setup. Alright you guys, so lines hooked up, made already, connected there. We just waiting for couplers, the intercooler, and more piping, and we should be able to get this car started as soon as we can. We actually did mock up the dump tube, which I'm still gonna figure out if I'm gonna run this one or go buy a new one, but we'll see. With that being said, you guys, like, share, subscribe for more content, and we'll see you guys next time.